Hi, what's up, y'all? It's Poppin' This D. About to react to this video about Derrick Jaxn. This is him admitting to cheating on his wife. If you're not familiar with him, he's this relationship guru or expert who gives women advice, and he tells them about, knowing their worth and leaving dog men who cheat on them and who don't value them. So it's just very ironic that he has been caught, cheating on his wife, and he's cheated on her, multiple times. It's not just like a one-time thing. Even if it was, it still would be wrong. But yeah, this is a very unfortunate situation. I have seen like some screenshots of some text messages and things, and he then released a video. I saw on the Shade Room, he released a video saying that, he didn't have sexual relations with anybody. So he lied initially, and now I guess he's coming out and admitting that, he has been cheating on old girl or whatever. So we're going to see exactly what he has to say. Lord, let's watch.
What's going on, guys? Derrick Jaxn here, and today I am joined by my lovely wife, Shanell. And we just wanted to address a couple of things. We understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this...
I'm not trying to be shady at all, but I'm a little confused why she... If I'm gonna do a video with my husband who has been caught cheating on me and I'm choosing to stay with him, and I'm gonna be there holding hands with him, showing the world that, oh, we're moving past this together, I'm gonna come with a beat face. You feel me? I'm gonna be looking real cute. I'm a little confused by this, and I'm not saying, she's not a cute girl. I can tell that she's cute, but sitting here with this bonnet on, and we can see your zipper, I'm just a bit confused is all. And he seems put together for the most part. I mean, he need a haircut, but other than that, he not looking bummy. So I'm confused why.
Chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true, some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear, I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex. To sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing, and some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with, but without my wife's knowledge of sexual history,
all of it
falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out, definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took, and definitely not in alignment with the biblical standard of what it means to be faithful, which is the standard that I'm going by now. Now, I'm saying this...
And not in alignment with what you preach about on your YouTube channel, sir. It ain't in alignment with that either. Let's talk about that.
Publicly, not because I'm, married to you guys. First and foremost, I'm accountable
to God.
Then I have to be accountable to my wife, in which we've already had this conversation. I've already told her literally everything. I've given her basically a roll call list. If I've said hello to a woman in the last 12 years of me knowing her, she knows about it. But now that it's been made so public, it's important that I first off let you guys know I do not stand by those actions. I don't want to encourage anybody to do that. And then secondly, I know that I cannot build a platform preaching certain things, preaching against certain things, and then in my real life live contrary to that. For any amount of time or any length of time,
as long as you know,
extent, and think that I can't be held accountable. The same way that I preach, men and women in this situation need to face consequences of their actions, deserve to be held accountable. Guess what? Derrick Jaxn's no exemption. He's not exempt from that. I'm also not a victim. Nobody made me do this. She didn't make me or push me to do it. The next person didn't make me. No friend influenced me. It don't matter how I was raised and with trauma, whatever. Look, I made decisions. I made a series of decisions that I got to account for. There's no excuse or justification. I've already made that bet and have had to lie in it. And now we're finally getting on to the other side personally in our own healing, in our own marital oneness. And now this is being made public to you guys, so we're bringing that forth to you guys to let you know where we're at with that. But did you want to say anything?
Yes, so I do want to just add that I agree with what you just said. There is no justification for bringing other women into our marriage on any level,
Mm.
and it was unacceptable. And
Mm.
it's not something that I tolerate or that we tolerate moving forward.
But
And
you tolerated
when
before.
I've been flooded again with messages and these things and about, I need to leave or why haven't I left? And the answer is, when I found out about it, I left.
I'm sorry. This hand holding and him looking like a sad little puppy is just, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Hesitate or waste time to do so. And I stayed gone, no matter how many times he came. I stayed gone and stood firm on, I am not coming back. And I did not come back until I seen a shift and a change in his mentality, in how he carried himself, in how he presented himself, and conversations that we were able to have that we had never been able to have in just 12 years of knowing each other. And when we were able to have these dialogues, said, okay, Lord, this is something that you've had your hand on. And this was with me being completely removed from his life. And him pursuing God, continuing to pursue God, and continuing to eliminate these things that led up to the catastrophe that you guys are seeing for the first time. So there's nothing out there right now that is information that I don't already know about or haven't known about. And so this is not something that is new. We have
Oh, he's been cheating
forward from
before.
it. We have gotten counsel for it and continue to do so. He is still continuing to pursue God and continuing to seek guidance and wise counsel from men of God. And that is what I needed for the continuation of me being present in this marriage and to stand by his side. So today, where I'm at is at peace, and I proudly stand by his side, and I have no hesitation, I have no hurt, no shame about that.
Really?
And it's only because of the grace of God and the mercy of God. And we have already turned a new chapter in this story. We are continuing to move forward, and we are just now sharing that with you all. And I forgave him, and most importantly, God has first forgiven him, and I also forgive the others as well. And with that, we are free and moving forward. So that's all I have.
And I get it. Some of y'all, like, this may come as a huge shock, probably a huge disappointment. I let a lot of you down. If you...
First off, I didn't know this man was married. I saw a few of his YouTube videos, and I didn't know that he was in any type of relationship. You feel me? He ain't never said it. And I even glanced at his Instagram before. I didn't see her nowhere. So, all this was kind of confusing for me initially when I was seeing, like, shit on Instagram. I'm like, wait, what? What's going on? This man is married? He been married for how long? Like, what's happening? He got kids? Like... So, yes, this is a shock, Derrick. But, he's saying he let people down. I think, yeah, that you can safely say that because people were, looking up to you to be this, stand-up guy. And, you're basically condemning all these other men who are cheaters and liars and this and that. And, yeah, girl, you should leave them. He didn't say that. But that's basically the message I got from some of the videos I watched when it's like, but what? But you cheating on your whole ass wife? Like, not just your girlfriend. You cheating on your wife. Like, that's crazy.
Had a perspective shift on who Derrick is. Hopefully, it's away from anything remotely close to perfection, and it's simply that, I am a human, and that does not justify anything that I did. But I don't want anybody out there to be putting me on a pedestal. If you did, then I hate that you did that. Maybe I gave you cause for that, and I apologize.
Oh, you did, sir.
For those who are saying, Derrick, I don't want to ever listen to you again, it's totally understandable. I appreciate you while I had your support and helping me get the message out about healing and healthy relationships to so many people who needed it, myself included. And for those who are going to continue to support, man, I appreciate you like never before, because I know is not going to be easy going forward, at least for a little while so many things are still fresh and attached to my name. But for everybody out there, if you get nothing else from what I've ever said over the last 9 years or right here in this video, please get this. Nothing is right until it is right with God. Nothing works until it comes into alignment with biblical standard of how God told us to do things, especially when we're talking about a marital, spiritual covenant. Yes. You know, you cannot do this by your own understanding, your own intelligence, your own willpower, your own values. You have to have the grace of God to break free from certain things.
All right, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head out on the religious talk. It has like 30 seconds left anyway. But I feel like religion was kind of used as an out, so I don't really like that. That's why I could never seriously date a guy who's like Christian or anything. And no shade to anybody who's religious. I try to be respectful of other people's beliefs and whatnot, but I will not be with a man who is gonna God and Lord me to death as he trying to justify his bullshit. Like, fuck out of here. Where was God when you smashed me to the girls? Like, did you just find out about Jesus? Is this new to you? Did you just find a Bible? Like, I'm confused why this is being thrown in the air now. Like, what? You knew that we took our vows under God. So what? Why are you trying to act like, oh, I'm just now walking with him now, and before I was with the devil, but now, like, no, miss me with that. So I don't like that at all. But I wish them the best. I'm sure this is a very difficult situation for both of them. This is very embarrassing. She was being publicly embarrassed, and now she has to show her face and being the wife of this cheating ass man. Like, child, this is too much. So I really genuinely feel bad for them. I wish them the best. And it's so crazy because this man has built this entire brand around being this stand-up guy and how you need to identify these ain't shit niggas out here because it's a lot of them, and this is how you tell it. The whole time he one of those ain't shit niggas. Like, what it's just so bizarre and ironic that, you know, it's ending up that he's been cheating on this woman multiple times. But you talk about how, you know, these men shouldn't be cheating and you don't have sympathy for cheating men and da-da-da. Like, he's literally said a lot of these things when the entire time this man has been cheating. What? That is crazy. And I agree with him about the whole pedestal thing. I don't think you should put anybody on a pedestal, so I don't feel like anybody should be actually let down and super disappointed, because it's like, you don't know this nigga. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I say this all the time. So, you know, this doesn't necessarily surprise me that this is going on, but it's just so ironic, so it's just crazy. But yeah, you shouldn't be looking up to anybody and putting them on this pedestal as if they're perfect. But at the same time, Derrick, you can't build this whole image around being this great guy and, you know, condemning all these other men for their bullshit behavior when you're doing the same thing. Like, that don't make no sense. So that is why people are on your head, and I understand his supporters being very upset with him and feeling betrayed and deceived, because it's like, this was all a lie. Like, no wonder you knew the exact signs of an ain't shit nigga, because you sir, we're doing the ain't shit thing. It's just crazy. It's a lot, and I don't know. I don't know if I could watch any of his videos the same anymore. I just found out about him, honestly. So when he said he'd been doing this for 9 years, that's why I was shook. Like, oh, because I just started seeing his videos like within the past like few months maybe. I did see a few that said like a few years ago. So I was like, oh, he's been doing this for a while, but I don't know, it was 9 years. But yeah, I've watched a few, and I was like, okay, you know, yeah, this is making sense. And I still don't think that anything he has said in his videos and the advice that he's giving, I don't think that any of that is negated just because he's not practicing what he preaches. It is very, very possible to give great advice and not follow that advice yourself. People do it all the time, like literally every day. So people saying, oh, everything was a lie, I can't trust nothing he's ever said. It's like, I don't agree with that, because he has made some good points. You know, some things I've agreed with that he said and other things I haven't. But yeah, I think he's, you know, giving solid advice, so you can take it for what it is. But at the same time, it's just like, I can't even take you seriously now. I can't even watch your videos with a straight face anymore. But child, I guess good luck to them. I don't know what the hell he gonna talk about now. You bet not. You better not get on camera in your car and talking about how, oh, ladies, this how to spot a dude who ain't doing you right. Like, I don't want to hear those type of videos from you no more. Maybe you should take the religious route or something. I don't know. But you can't make those type of videos anymore because, sir. You know, but yeah, I genuinely wish them healing and peace, especially this woman, this poor woman, because I know how it feels to be cheated on. I have been cheated on before, and, you know, I always preach about, well, not preach, but I say that I do not recommend getting back with a cheater at all. But I have done that. I have gotten back with a man who has cheated on me. Biggest mistake ever. I would never do that again in my fucking life. But, you know, I could be considered hypocritical in that regard. Well, no, because this is after the fact, and I'm not fucking currently getting cheated on, and so, yeah. Anyway, that was a bad comparison. But the point is that yeah, it sucks to be cheated on. So I feel for our good sis, and I wish them the best. So that's all I got. Y'all let me know what y'all thought. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll see you in the next one.